Stop buying bug spray. Seriously, put the can down. You are spraying poison into your home, breathing it in, and letting it settle on your countertops, all while the bugs keep coming back. I've been cleaning up messes for 30 years. My grandfather was a janitor, my father was a janitor, and I've spent more time on my knees scrubbing floors than most people spend sleeping. I know what works because I've seen what fails, and I know what the pest control industry doesn't want you to figure out. There is a bottle sitting in your medicine cabinet or under your kitchen sink right now that costs $2. It kills roaches, dissolves ant trails, destroys mold spores that attract silverfish, and sanitizes the surface so they don't come back. It's hydrogen peroxide, but you're probably using it wrong. In fact, you're likely wasting it. Today, I'm going to show you the 9 things exterminators hope you never learn about this cheap chemical and exactly how to use it to clear your house of pests without calling a professional. Let's talk about the problem. You see a cockroach in your kitchen, maybe an ant trail on your windowsill. Your immediate reaction is panic, followed by a trip to the hardware store for the strongest toxin you can find. You spray it, the bug dies, you feel good, but 3 days later, there are more bugs. Why? Because you treated the symptom, not the cause. Most commercial insecticides are contact killers. They knock down what they hit, but they leave behind a residue that loses effectiveness quickly. Or worse, they repel the pests into your walls where they breed unchecked. You are fighting a war with a pea shear while they have a fortress. Furthermore, these chemicals are harsh. They smell bad, they can irritate your lungs, especially if you have kids or pets running around on those floors. You are trading a minor pest problem for a major indoor air quality issue. And let's be honest, calling an exterminator is expensive. They charge you hundreds of dollars to spray the same perimeter every month, keeping you dependent on their service. You don't need a subscription to a bug-free home. You need a strategy. Here is the reason why hydrogen peroxide is the secret weapon they don't advertise. Hydrogen peroxide, or H2O2, is an oxidizer. When it comes into contact with organic matter, like the exoskeleton of an insect, the bacteria in their waste, or the mold they feed on, it breaks down rapidly. It releases oxygen. This process is destructive to cellular structures. For a bug, this means it disrupts their respiratory system and damages their outer shell. But the real cower isn't just killing the individual bug, it's destroying the environment they need to survive. Pests leave behind pheromone trails. Ants follow these invisible scent maps to food sources. Roaches leave behind fecal matter that signals to other roaches that this is a safe place. Standard cleaners might wipe away the visible dirt, but they often smear the pheromones around. Hydrogen peroxide oxidizes these organic compounds. It literally breaks the chemical bonds of the scent trail. It erases the map. Additionally, many pests are attracted to moisture and decay. Peroxide kills the mold and mildew that thrive in damp corners, removing the food source for silverfish and springtails. It's a triple threat. It kills on contact, it sanitizes the area, and it removes the biological signals that invite more pests in. And the best part? When it's done working, it turns into water and oxygen. No toxic residue, no lingering chemical smell, just clean. Now, let's get into the 9 things you need to know to make this work. If you skip these details, you will fail. I've seen people try this and complain it didn't work, only to find out they were using expired product or the wrong concentration. Pay attention. Number 1, concentration matters. Do not use the 3% solution straight from the brown bottle for heavy infestations. That's fine for a cut on your finger, but for pests, you need strength. You can buy 6% or even 12% hydrogen peroxide at beauty supply stores or online. This is often sold as hair developer. It's the same chemical, just stronger. For general maintenance and ant trails, 3% is okay. For roach harborage areas, drain flies, and mold issues, step up to 6%. Do not go higher than 12% unless you are wearing full protective gear, including gloves and eye protection. Higher concentrations can burn your skin and damage certain surfaces. Stick to 6% for the best balance of power and safety. Number 2, stability is a lie. Hydrogen peroxide degrades when exposed to light and air. That brown bottle it comes in, It's not for style, it's to block UV light. Once you open that bottle, the clock starts ticking. If you've had that bottle under your sink for 6 months, it's probably just water. Test it. Pour a little bit into a sink with some organic grime or even a piece of raw meat. If it doesn't fizz aggressively, it's dead. Throw it out. Buy small bottles, use them up within a month of opening. Or better yet, mix your solution fresh every time you clean. Don't pre-mix a gallon and let it sit. It won't work. Number 3, the application method. Do not just spray it into the air. That's useless. You need direct contact. For ants, soak a cotton ball or a rag in the solution and wipe the trail directly. You want to saturate the path. For roaches, you need to get it into the cracks. Use a spray bottle with a stream setting, not a mist. You want to push the liquid into the crevices behind the stove, under the fridge, and along the baseboards. The liquid needs to touch the bug or the residue. If it misses, it does nothing. Precision is key. Number 4, combine with dish soap for immediate kills. Hydrogen peroxide is great for sanitation and trail breaking, but it's not always instant death for a large roach. Add a few drops of dish soap to your peroxide solution. The soap breaks the surface tension, allowing the peroxide to penetrate the insect's spiracles, the tiny holes they breathe through. It also strips the waxy coating off their exoskeleton, causing them to dehydrate and die faster. Mix 1 cup of 6% peroxide with 1 teaspoon of dish soap. Shake gently, spray directly on visible pests. This is your emergency strike team. Number 5, target the drains. Drain flies and fruit flies breed in the sludge inside your pipes. Pouring bleach down the drain is a common mistake. Bleach flows too fast and doesn't stick to the sides of the pipe where the eggs are. Peroxide foams. When you pour a cup of 6% peroxide down the drain, it reacts with the organic gunk, bubbling up and lifting the biofilm. Let it sit for 15 minutes, then flush with hot water. Do this once a week. It clears the breeding ground. No more flies emerging from your sink. Number 6, mold is the magnet. If you have silverfish or book lice, you have a moisture problem. These insects eat mold and starch. Spraying peroxide on baseboards is good, but you need to check behind furniture and in closets. If you see any discoloration or smell a musty odor, spray the area liberally with peroxide. Let it dwell for 10 minutes, wipe it dry. You are removing their food source. If you kill the mold, the silverfish starve or move on. Exterminators will sell you a treatment for the bugs, but they won't fix the humidity. You have to do that. Peroxide helps manage the surface mold while you fix the ventilation. Number 7, safety with surfaces. Peroxide is a mild bleach. It can lighten dark woods, carpets, or colored fabrics. Always test a small, hidden area first. On stainless steel, granite, or tile, it's perfectly safe. On wood floors, dilute it further or wipe it up quickly. Do not let it pool on finished wood. Also, never mix hydrogen peroxide with vinegar. People think this creates a super cleaner. It creates peracetic acid, which is corrosive and irritating to your lungs and skin. Use one or the other, not both at the same time. Stick to peroxide for pests because of its oxidizing power. Vinegar is just acid. It doesn't break down the pheromones as effectively. Number 8, consistency beats intensity. One treatment won't solve a roach infestation. You need to break the cycle. Roaches lay eggs in cases called oothecae. Peroxide won't penetrate the hard shell of an egg case effectively. You need to hit the newly hatched nymphs before they mature. Spray your high-traffic areas every 3 days for 2 weeks. Wipe down counters, sweep floors, and treat the cracks. This interrupts their breeding cycle. After 2 weeks, switch to once a week for maintenance. If you stop after 1 day, they will bounce back. You have to be relentless. Number 9, the psychological factor. Pests thrive in clutter. Peroxide can clean, but it can't reach inside a stack of old newspapers or a box of junk in the corner. You must declutter. Remove the hiding spots. Then use the peroxide to sanitize the empty space. If you leave the clutter, you're just cleaning around the problem. The peroxide is the finisher, not the magician. Clean the surface, remove the harborages, and then apply the solution. This combination is what makes it effective. Let's walk through a practical scenario. You have ants in the kitchen. Here is your protocol. First, identify the entry point. Where are they coming in? Don't just kill the ones you see. Follow the line back to the source. Mix your solution, 1 cup of 6% hydrogen peroxide, 1 teaspoon of dish soap in a spray bottle. Shake it. Take a rag, soak it in the mix, and wipe the entire trail from the entry point to the food source. Saturate the area. Then spray the entry point directly, the crack in the wall, the gap in the window frame. Let it dry. Do not rinse. The residue is gone, remember? It's just water and oxygen, but the scent trail is destroyed. The next wave of ants will come out, find no signal, and scatter. Repeat this for 3 days. Watch the traffic drop. Then seal the entry point with caulk. You've solved the problem for pennies. For roaches, it's similar but more aggressive. Pull out the stove, pull out the fridge, vacuum up all the debris first. Then spray the peroxide solution into the corners, the legs of the appliances, and the back walls. Focus on warm, dark areas. Do this at night when they are active. You'll see them slow down. They groom themselves, ingesting the peroxide, which disrupts their digestion. Combined with the loss of their scent markers, the colony becomes disorganized. They can't find each other. They can't find the food. The population collapses. This isn't magic, it's chemistry, and it's accessible. You don't need a license to buy hydrogen peroxide. You don't need a mask to apply it. You just need to understand how it works and apply it consistently. The Exterminators business model relies on you feeling helpless. They want you to believe that pests are an unstoppable force that requires professional intervention. They're wrong. Pests are opportunistic. They take the path of least resistance. By removing the scent trails, killing the mold, and sanitizing the surfaces with an oxidizer, you close the door. You make your home inhospitable. I've used this method in apartments, houses, and commercial kitchens. It works. It's safe for your family once it dries, it's cheap, and it puts you in control. Stop spraying neurotoxins into your living space. Start using science. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button. I post videos every week that cut through the marketing noise and give you the cleaning methods that actually work, based on decades of real-world experience. I want to hear from you in the comments. What's the biggest pest problem you're dealing with right now? Is it ants, roaches, or something else? Let me know and I might cover it in the next video. If you want to know how to deep clean your washing machine to prevent mold and odors, check out this video right here. It's another simple fix that saves you money and keeps your home healthy. Thanks for watching. Keep it clean.